Welcome to game night tonight. We're excited because today we're going to be infecting the world as we play through the game Plague Inc. As always, I am Brady Anderson. We have with us today Caustic. He obviously is ripped and rared to go here because he's got his mask on already. I have nothing of the sort, so we're gonna see how long I survive. Essentially, this game, if you've played the app, you're the disease trying to infect and destroy, kill the world, everything. So it's a lot of fun in that sense because you are taking the reverse of the role that you would take in the game Pandemic, if you've played that one where you actually try to rid the world of the diseases and cure the world. This one is the exact opposite. We've got it set up for a 2-player game. The only difference in a 2-player game to like a 3 or 4-player game is how many cards are in the country deck, because as we're doing it, we're gonna be revealing different countries, that kind of thing, and once that runs out, game over. But for a 2-player game, it has less because, you know, there's only two of us, and we're gonna go through this game pretty quick. So essentially the way this is set up is we have our starting countries that we have randomly been assigned. The card has a starting country signifier right here. From there, we're gonna see where we can actually infect. You can infect anything that you're touching and anything that you have heat resistance to or cold resistance to, or that you're connected to. So at this point in time, there's nothing else out there. We're just trying to evolve ourselves enough to where we can infect the world. So we'll just kind of hop into it and start playing so you can kind of see it. But we have this DNA tracker here. He's already up 1 point. Caustic's got 1 point over me already, but I am the starting player. The way it works is we each have 5 cards. I would gain DNA points for each country that I control. You control a country by having more of your tokens on a country than the other players. And since we each only have 1 on there, I'm going to be getting 1, but because of our innate ability here for the bonus DNA, we're going to be able to gain an additional 1. So for this first one, I'm only gaining 2, so I gain 2. Once you've done that, you're going to be doing the country phase. Now the country phase, I can do a blind draw if I want to and put it out, but if there is something already out here that I want to use and put out here because it makes it easier for me to infect, I would want to do so. All 3 of these are currently located in Africa, and neither of us can get there right now. I'm gonna do a blind draw for this one, so I can either draw from here or draw from there, and if I choose, I can put it out, or I can discard my whole hand here of traits and get a whole new hand of 5. So this is Greenland. It is cold resistance. It would be going in North America up here. It's only worth the 2 DNA points if I happen to kill it later. It's not really worth it for me as of right now. But looking at what I have, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this card. So we're gonna kill that.
Unless you think I'm cheating by looking at his cards, I literally can't see anything out of here. I'm like,
I just have very basic ones. I have a couple of good ones that I want for later game, but we're not later game yet. So I'm gonna discard these cards right here. We're gonna make a pile here, and we're gonna make a country discard pile here. And I get to draw a whole new 5. Okay.
all right.
3, 4, and from here, I can evolve my bacteria. And I can only spend up to 2 right now to apply a trait. But right now, I don't really have that many good ones. I'm gonna be doing a lot of discarding of the countries. Anything you do spend out here does come back to you at the end of the game. Just so you know, the first time we were going through this, we were like, oh, that's a lot to lose, because you spend your points, but then at the end of the game, it actually all gets added back for what you have on your player mat. So right now, I'm on the evolution phase. I'm gonna forego that right now and do the infection phase, which is, we're gonna count the infectivity that I have. I have 2 automatically, and I have 1 lethality. That's for our death phase, but I only have 2 infections. So as of right now, I can't really do anything except for infect where I'm at. So for an outbreak, I can only use if this is visible, which it is right now. I can skip the infection phase and just move one of my tokens to another city on the board, ignoring all restrictions, so I can essentially get over to his piece if I wanted to. Which, you know what, at this point, I'm just gonna do it because it gets him tied for control there, and if I could take that over, it steals a DNA point from him. So that's what I'm gonna do. Death only happens when a country is completely full of tokens, and then you have to roll for the dice to see, you know, if you destroy that country or infect it and kill it. So at this point, I am done. So that is my turn. So now it's on to Caustic.
Where he has done that, it would be advantageous for me to do. I have a choice of two things when I get to that step of infection. I can try and outcompete him here so that I have the majority and control.
Or he does the same thing.
Or I do the same thing, but that still puts the ball in his court. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and infect mine, and then I'll still have one space left over, and next time I can take yours.
And who knows, maybe you do draw a card that will allow you to infect others.
So my first phase is score DNA points for ones you control.
So right now he just has the 1 plus his innate mutation here for the bonus DNA. Oh, actually, you haven't. Oh, you're doing the virus side. You are doing this incorrectly, sir. You're going to go back to this side. You're going to be bacteria with me, sir.
I don't want to be a bacteria. I want
There are, it is double-sided. The virus is a little bit more complex, so we're going to just stick to the bacteria right now. You can do the virus. Would you like to?
We'll make it an even playing field for you.
That's the only way I can win games.
If we make it even and not me ahead, you're right. That's the only way you can win games.
This guy
can only win when he's not behind. That's usually how that works.
Yeah. So you get your 2, basically, because he gets the 1 plus the other additional 1 for his bacteria. Yeah. Moving on to the country phase, he can put on any of the Africa, or he can blind draw. Whichever way you go, you can draw any of these and then choose to discard it. If you do, you get a whole new hand of 5 traits. So if you don't like the traits that you have, it is advantageous to get rid of them, hoping that you'll get some better ones. It's the same either way you hold it.
This country called Kari? Iraq.
Oh,
what's Iraq?
It's a thing that you like hang things up. I don't know. You have it in Asia. You can be. It's right next door.
It is next door. Yeah.
So if he does place it, he has to be able to do heat resistance evolution. If he can't actually infect Iraq.
Yeah, and heat resistance is actually quite expensive.
Quite expensive. He's talking 5.
What do we have right now?
Yeah, we're really low right now. So until we start infecting other stuff, yeah.
And if I choose not to place it, I can get 5.
You discard it and get 5 new ones.
Let's go ahead and do that.
So you're discarding it. He's getting 5 new ones. Go ahead and discard all of them there. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
My heat resistance back. That's good. Got some late game goodies here, but nothing for early games.
Do you want to evolve anything?
No, I don't.
So now he's moving on to the infection phase. He can do the same thing that I did, or he can make sure that I don't get a second DNA point.
Right. The thing is once this is fully infected,
it goes into the death mode where we roll a dice, and then based on our lethality, that will determine if that country
and then
is
if I'm
destroyed.
No longer infecting everything and it's destroyed, the procedure is to place a random one on the board
You
somewhere?
get a new random one, yes. So if you've wiped yourself off or somebody else has wiped you off the board entirely, then you just basically restart the game. But you do take a DNA hit.
We're going to do that.
Okay, doing the same thing that I did. The death, it's not happening because we're not full on our countries. Brings it back to me. Okay, so we are both tied for control. We're both tied, which means that I'm going to be getting 2 DNA points, right? So I'm purple. 1, 2. All right, country-wise, you know what? I'm going to get rid of Africa here. Yeah, let's get rid of Sudan. So I'm going to discard that. A new one comes up. I should have grabbed it. I'm going to be getting rid of my 5, hoping that I'm going to get some other good stuff. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to be spending 2 points right now. He's going to put me back there to get another infectivity. I'm causing hallucinations with my particular disease. And because of that, I get another infectivity. Instead of placing just 2 tokens on the board, I can now place 3. So I've done the evolution. You're only allowed to do 1 evolution card per turn, by the way. You have to keep it kind of equal. Now I'm moving on to infection. So I've got 3 infectivity. Now I want to try and make sure that I have the best chances at making sure he doesn't get anything else. So I'm going to go 1, 2, because that will maintain my majority on this one, but then also over here, a 3rd. He can take over the majority, but for right now, at the start of his turn, he won't have any new DNA points. So that's the best move for me right now. We're moving on to the death section. Have not filled it entirely. Had I done that, I would have probably wiped myself off the board almost. So I don't want to do that.
Right.
So
the reason I didn't do it.
I only got 2. I was supposed to get a 3rd because of my bonus DNA. So I'm tied with you right now. So let's remember that for you. You're still going to get 1.
I get 1.
All right, he's on to his country phase right now. He's doing a blind.
Argentina.
Oh, wrong one.
Wrong one.
You grab the country. You got to grab 5 traits. Yeah, there you go.
I can't grab.
It's so hard for him to see. He fogs up the mask.
I'm going to do that one. And I've got 2 infectivity. So I'm going to go ahead and actually finish taking over that one.
This is the first time that it's been activated because this country is full. He has the majority, so he will be rolling to see if it will kill the country. Now, he only has 1 lethality, which means that it has to be a 1 that is rolled. If the more lethality you add, the higher the number goes, so it gives you more chances. It's a 6, definitely not happening, so that country just stays as such. I have control here, so I get 1. He took control there, so I don't have that, so I have 1 plus my bonus here, so I'm getting only 2. So I'm up to 5, but I still can't do much with this, so I am actually going to be discarding as well.
Are we gonna have any trades left?
We might not. It gets shuffled back again. I'm going to get rid of Morocco there so that you don't have the chance to go down there. I think that was what you were gunning for. And there's Nigeria. What's with Africa here? Okay, 1, 2.
See, the thing is because we had to discard some of the countries, there's going to be a lot of countries, and sometimes you can get an entire continent that's not represented, really. Half of those could be Africa countries. We had a game before where we're like, gosh, this just keeps coming up in one location, and it's because we'd had to ditch a ton because it was just the 2 of us playing, and we're like, oh, the rest of the world got left out of the stack.
I'm going to pay 2 if you want to knock me down 2 notches over there. So I've paid 2. I have now air transmission. I can be airborne, which means that any other cards that have an airport on them, I can potentially go and infect.
But you only have 1.
But I only have 1 currently that I can infect, which means that I am moving on to the infection phase.
Which, essentially, this is why I didn't mind him getting ahead, because I knew that he was most likely going to be ditching cards still. So we really haven't gained any advantage over each other.
This is a slow go. The last time we played this, it was a lot quicker. We're to the death phase here. I can't infect anymore, so I have to roll a 1 as well. So got a 3. So we're still at a standstill.
That's for that one.
That's for that one, but I don't fully control the country here in Asia, so I can't roll for it. Only he can.
Now, when you have exhausted your trait card, do you draw one in its place?
No. So that's the tricky part, is as you play these, if you have a good hand, great, you hold on to them. But if you've played like the only one that you really want to play, you got to replace all of them. You don't get to hold on to any of these. You have to discard the rest of your hand, draw a new 5.
I do get 2.
Yes, because you got the 1 plus your 1.
Yes, country type.
Got to decide what you want to do.
I kind of want to take a chance, see what else I can get. There is a Europe there, which we could start spreading into.
Just have to have that darn heat resistance again.
So we'll go ahead and do this. And you'd need cold resistance. It's Iceland.
This gets thrown here, but
Nobody
we can't currently do it, at least.
So I'm going to go ahead and evolve.
Ah, you're doing airborne as well, huh?
I've got airborne and waterborne.
Oh, so you're going places.
I'm going well.
You think you are. Okay, we'll move you down 2 notches.
Stuck at port here, so I'm back to 1. If I get minus another, do I get to 100?
I wish if it worked that way. No. We are on to death.
We're on to death.
And the only one he is rolling for here is South Korea. Still only has 1 lethality, so it's a 5. Nothing. All right, so back to me. I'm going to be getting my DNA, so I get 1 plus my 1. Oh wait, did I move the wrong? I moved the wrong one. So you should be at 2. I should still be at 3. Okay. So I get my 2 back. And so I'm probably going to go like this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put this on here, which replaces our other country here. I am going to evolve to heat resistance here and get 5 taken away. Yep, I was at 4 and back to 0. So I'm at 0 now. But the great thing is I am at 3 infectivity for my infection phase, and I can now go like this. 1, a 2, and a 3. And now I get to roll for France here on the death die. So I got to get a 1, and it's a 6. So nope, not happening.
So then I start off instantly with 2.
Boom, boom.
Now here's the thing. I could instantly grab this guy.
Yes.
Put him right at the death in 1 turn.
Which almost entirely wipes you out if you happen to roll 1s. That gives you another DNA point for next turn, though.
And that's the thing, is I need to start getting some points here. But the other thing is I have got a crap hand.
This is not going very hot for either of us. So.
No, I think you're slightly ahead, though.
So which country are you going to do? Are you going to place that, or are you going to just go for it?
If I just go for it, when it comes to infection, I could just randomly infect still.
Yes, so you could technically go into Iceland regardless, and I have no way of getting into it because I don't have the cold resistance.
Right, but then would it be killed out next turn?
That's if you get 2 there, but you don't have cold resistance, so you wouldn't be able to infect it again until you get cold resistance. He has the safety of doing that, or if he doesn't like his hand and he chooses blindly and just places it on the board, he can infect that anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not liking my hand too much. We're going to do that, so I'm going to kill
You kill
Africa.
Yeah, you kill Nigeria, or
Don't really need to worry about Nigeria.
or do you want to blind and then hope that you
killed New Guinea?
Okay, okay. Oh, there's one of the Oceania ones. We never saw one of the Oceania ones in the last game, so.
Killing New Guinea. And
drawing 5 new traits.
Drawing 5 new traits. 1, 2, 3. A lot of late game stuff. 4, and 5. Last time I had like killer hands. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you were moving pretty quick last time. It was rough. Somehow I managed to barely beat him, but.
I think we're gonna go ahead and do an evolution of. I think we're gonna go ahead and do cold resistance. And I've got an infectivity rate of 2.
But that allows you to take it over.
1, 2.
Nice.
I now need to roll for 2 different countries.
So let's start with South Korea here. Got a 6, so nothing. Now we're on to Iceland. Ooh, close. That was close. But no death. So to start, I have control of here and here. Don't have this one, so I get 2 plus my additional 1 for the bonus DNA. So I'm up to a whopping 3. This will be fun. I'm actually going to place Africa out here this time. I'm going to be of course that pulls up right there. Dang it. I'm going to forgo my 3 infectivity so that I can randomly place my 1 to get into Africa. That way I can start placing maybe some of the other stuff. So I've done that. I've done my infection. I'm not actually going to evolve anything right now. There is 1 die, and it is France. Die, France. Nope, doesn't want to yet.
I did reduce mine by 4 last time, so I should be there.
Oh yes, because you did your cold resistance. Yes. So he's got 1, 2, and then his bonus for 3. First you gotta do your country, of course.
You know what?
You do have portability.
This comes out immediately, yes?
Yes, fulfills that one. Whoa. Oh, dang it. That's huge.
Yeah, but it's out on your turn and you can get there.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Given that that's what happened, I can still evolve. I'm going to involve my infectivity.
Okay, so he's going to be even playing field with me.
And then the first thing I'm going to do, start my reign in North America.
Okay, with his 2. He has an additional 1, but he doesn't have anywhere else he can go because he does not have heat resistance right now. You are on to death, man.
I'm on to death.
Let's go for Panama since you just did it. No, doesn't want to. Iceland? No, it doesn't either. How about South Korea? It does! It wants to die.
It dies.
So at this point, he's going to get 3 DNA points because he had the 3 tokens on there. I also will be getting 2 DNA points, but he gets the kill card.
Which is worth what?
It's going to be worth at the end of the game. It depends on like how many each player has killed in each continent, that kind of thing. So, it will determine additional bonus DNA points at the end. So far I'm
ahead in the Asian continent. So we've got that. Now also,
he does get an event card because he did kill. Now these can be played. They are usually conditional, like start of your turn, end of your turn, or during your turn. Those conditions, once those are met, he can play at any time basically, which could deter me. It could remove some of my tokens. Lots of different things could happen, so it's kind of nerve-wracking in that way for me as a lonely bacteria. Okay. So he has a max of 3 that he can hold in his hand. He only has 1 right now, and as far as I know, I think he can play it right now. Let's double check that. Rulebook resolved.
+1.
So I was on that same country that he killed, which means that I also get to draw myself an event card. Now doing so, we are not able to use these right now on his turn, but on my turn.
So it's a negative for me.
Yeah. Sometimes these event cards are great. Sometimes they're just kind of.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Yeah. I've got 1, 2, 3, and my additional 4 here. So I am up to 9.
How did you get an additional 4?
Well, it's not an additional 4. It's an additional 1 to equal 4. Yes. Verbiage.
Little confused.
Verbiage. I don't want these, but I want that. I am going to place it here. Mm-hmm. And in doing so, flip over the new card, which is in Oceania. It is also a port, which he has availability to, which is nice for you. I am going to be infecting my 3 straight onto here. Well, 2. Maybe I just do 2 because you can only do 3 right now. So I'd still have advantage. So I'll do 2 there and 1 here in hopes of maybe killing something else. All right, moving on to death because we've filled up France and now Spain. We're rolling for those. I only have 1 lethality, so I'll have to do the same. Dang it. So that was Spain. We're gonna do France here and still nothing. They survive another time.
My turn, I get 1, 2, 3.
It is a slow-moving game at the beginning. The best way to get DNA points is to be able to kill countries, but I feel like he doesn't have very many lethality trait cards to play, and I haven't really seen any for a while, so it's not helping either of our cases.
I'm going to go ahead and
I'm going to draw a new one here.
Draw a new one there.
Ah, another in Asia.
None of us are there.
Yeah, nope. There's no way of really getting there unless we use our outbreak power.
Don't really want to evolve anything I have in my hand. The one thing I can, I don't need to. Guess that's out.
Evolution is done.
But I do have 3 infectivity.
Now, he does have portability, so that's why he placed that there, so he can get over to Oceania there in the Philippines.
Which will give me 1, another card advantage.
Yes.
And 2, I could fill this thing up completely
and it's beneficial.
if I manage to kill it.
Yes, the lethality is the hardest part.
Another area that you don't.
Yes. Right on to death, and he's got, let's do Panama. Nope. Let's do Iceland. Still want to live. And that's all he's got so far, so on to me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I have 5 with my other DNA points, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm up to 14. I'm going to draw this. And it's North America. Ooh, I could take that. I need to try and get traits. Okay, so I'm discarding that, and I am discarding these. I keep my event card, drawing 5 new. 4 and 5. Now here's the thing that I should point out. I'm getting limited on my tokens here. If you run out of tokens, you just stop infecting. Like, you can't. The only way you get the tokens back is by either an event card that helps or moves your stuff around.
So he really needs something to die.
I need to kill something, so I need better lethality, which I happen to draw the only one that I have. So I'm going to place it over my outbreak, which then kills that ability. I no longer can have that, but I'm going to be taking a dock of 2 points there. Adding my lethality, now if I roll a 2 or a 1, I kill the country. Now I'm going to move on to my infection rate here. I'm still at a 3 infection, so I will be doing this in hopes that I can do some stuff. I'm going to try and kill that because then I get a lot back. So right now I'm going to be rolling for France and Spain. Those are the only 2 that I have. So that was for Spain, and for France, I got a 1. Finally, France is dead. So you're going to get 1 DNA point. I will be getting 4. And thank you for that. Keep 1 for Asia. You didn't move me up 4, did you? 1, 2, 3, and 4.
He did this to me last time too. He somehow just took off on the points. If it's something that wipes me off the board, little piece of advice, you could do me now and stop me from snowballing. But since you're already snowballing faster than me, I have no big countries.
This honestly doesn't do me any good because you already have majority there. Like, the only thing that I could do is shift some of my power, but then you could also infect there and take power. So it doesn't make sense for me. So I'm going to forego that.
So I get 1, 2, 3, 4.
Catching up. He's got Africa out here, Asia, which we can't get to, and another Europe, which he could potentially get to. Or a blind draw. That's always the risk. Now, again, this game, I believe, is based off of an app game, essentially. And in that game, you can choose to push the fast forward button. So at this point in time, if you'd like to, hit the fast forward button so we can get past his turn. It doesn't actually work like that, unfortunately. Otherwise, we could
not
get...
for you. For them, it works just fine.
That's fair. The game is great, though. It's really fun seeing it all.
Comment down below. Oh my gosh, make a decision.
Please, put me out of my misery. We have Poland here that you can put out if you'd like.
But then I'd have to invade Poland, and I'm not Germany.
Well, you don't have to. We've already talked about this. There's choices. Consequences for your actions, but choices.
I'm going to go with this.
Okay, blind draw.
Piece of Russia.
And you have cold resistance.
And I have cold resistance. And 3 tokens.
And an air... Wait, are you on an air fort?
I am
You are not.
Currently.
So he has to infect here at least 1 token to be able to fly over here. So he can still infect to it, but he has to place in order to be able to move.
How do I get there?
So you're going to have to infect here to the USA, and then from there you can fly over.
It gives me 1 more point next turn.
At least you're like on enough countries. Makes a little sense.
I think I'll actually do that since you can't even get there anyway. That does give me majority in that country. All of my cards are still too expensive. However, now we get to kill things.
All right, so let's start with Panama again. Hey, Panama's dead, so he's gonna get 2 DNA points.
Panama's dead, and
Pink, pink.
that allows me to play the nuke.
The end of your turn, if you killed any countries, choose a single country. At the start of your next turn, if that country is still alive, immediately discard it. Tokens are returned, but no points are awarded. Well, F, I know what's happening.
Now you know I didn't try to compete with her, the U.S.
Screw you. Did you roll for Iceland already?
I have not.
We gotta roll for Iceland now. 3, so nothing. So he's just killed that. It's on to my turn. DNA points, I get 1, 2, 3, and then my 4th here. So let's move from here up to 20.
Now he really wants to kill the United States quickly.
Yeah, I need to, but I don't have any lethality in my hand, unfortunately. Giving up 5 DNA points because of your stupid nuclear war.
It would be 6. Cap it off after. Or it could force you to get it early.
Dang it. Yeah, you make this fun.
I had considered doing this one because there was no way that he could have capped that one off in time, and then it was a safe way to get rid of one of his tokens and his ability to gain the lead in Africa.
Just because you did this, I'm going to throw that out there. Of course, Europe gets another friend. I will be paying 12 here, so I'm going to go all the way down to 8.
Get some lethality.
And I am going to, no lethality. I'm going to get cold resistance.
Oh, he's going to go to Russia.
So I'm going to be taking out Russia here on this one, but I also get another infectivity, so I'm up to 4 infectivity. Gosh, you put me in a spot, man.
You could end up taking US still.
I know, but darn you, blast you. I'm going to be taking 4 infection here. I'm going to try for it, but then I can take advantage here. But why did you put out Africa? Well, I'm going to make sure that you don't get that additional point. That is why. Darn it.
I get the feeling that he was frustrated at that move.
It was a really good move. Death die. Let's go USA. Come on. Come on.
Oh,
is there a reroll token? I'm going to roll for Spain here.
Yes, there is.
And for Spain, of course, that's the one that dies. But I'm going to get 4 here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I get that. So
he's ahead in Europe.
I'm ahead in Europe. So I got 4 there. I'm going to get another. I like that. But because I did that, I do have this. I'm going to do this. So it makes it fun. When I say fun, I mean fun.
He means it's worse for me.
At the end of my turn, if I killed a country, which I just did, obviously, I'm going to choose one country, move up to 3 tokens from it to any other countries. It doesn't matter about the infection, like connectivity and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to take my 3 here and repurpose them so that you cannot infect anywhere. I'm going to still just go here, so I get another at the beginning of my turn.
At the start of my turn, I only score 1, 2.
Plus your additional.
Plus my additional. Puts me up to
Oh,
15.
that's wrong person. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, I'm higher than I thought.
I did spend 12 to get that
I was
last.
confused why I was still so far behind. I'm like, really? I'm taking that one.
All right, well, I'm going to play my bird migration. It says when another player places a country card, I place one of my tokens in that country.
That's fine.
Just so that I'm able to do stuff there. South America, we haven't seen very many of those. This got nuked,
That got
by the
nuked,
way.
yeah.
Beginning of
No
your turn.
points you get back from
No
that.
points for either of us, and it is gone.
Evolution, I could evolve again. Covers up that, which is actually more advantageous for me at this particular point in time. Is
Potential for killing more, I like it. He is on to the death die, everybody. Unless he has an event card that he can play.
we're on to the death die.
Rolling for Iceland. You only have infectivity of 1. Unfortunately, you're not me, so it stays alive. Moving on to the UK. And that's it.
Let's go ahead and use this now.
What does it do?
If you fail to kill a country, re-roll the death die for that country. Add +1 to your lethality for this roll.
So UK again, I'm guessing.
Still no.
No. So I have 1, 2, nothing there. 3, I've covered up mine here, so I only get my 3. So country-wise, what do we do here?
I know. I've never seen so little infectivity. Like normally you're
gosh.
spread out and you're competing all over the place, and we've kind of kept each other's infectivity pretty far down.
We really have. I might as well. So I'm just going to place this here in Asia. I am not going to do anything because I have nothing that will benefit me, honestly. But I do have 4 infectivity still, so I'm going to take those 4 infectivity and immediately infect this. We're going to roll for Russia first. So death die in Russia, nothing. Let's do Iran next. Nothing. Gosh, this is terrible.
So now the start of my turn. I'm on 17. I go up.
You got 1, 2, 3 plus your 4.
All right.
So you're
1, 2,
21.
3, 4.
I need to reveal this one. It's another one in Europe, by the way.
So I could take Europe for sure from you. Because you've got 2 in Europe, I've got none in Europe, but I've got 2 potentials.
If you can get your lethality up, then it will guarantee it a little bit better, which I feel like you might be close on one.
Yeah, I'm a little more than close.
I haven't seen any lethality for a while, though.
I dumped 3.
Oh, at the beginning? Are you
and
kidding?
they were all 2s.
Dang it.
It was just lethality. I'm like, I don't need this early, but that was like my first hand. Was like
It's so hard to keep
my
that
first
crap,
2 hands had just the lethality, which only costs 2, which is nice. But but it would be such a good move to see if I can get something in Africa here or here, because I have both water and air. So
True.
if it's anything with a port of any kind,
You are golden.
Actually,
Play it out, Caustic. Come on.
Gonna do
All
that.
right. Our next one, you would have blinded into Asia.
Which is heat.
Yep.
And
So
I
you would
have
have
gotten it anyway. And I'm going to cover up my last infectivity, but replace it with
paying
an
20.
infectivity.
So he's down to 1 now.
Down to 1, but I've got +2 lethality and another infectivity that replaced that.
That's
that
great.
infectivity
So you're up 4 infectivity, and a 3, 2, or 1 can be rolled to kill a country.
Right.
You might as well hit up Europe again.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Do the same thing I tried.
If I wipe out this on accident and we get another Oceania, I can't necessarily get there.
Yeah.
Most Oceanias do have a port. However, you know, it would be disadvantageous, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and blanket that one entirely.
Okay. Do you want to start with Italy, or do you want to, which one?
We'll start with Italy.
Okay, Italy. For Italy,
Nope.
nothing. For Iceland? Yeah, he wants to kill it.
Iceland's
So
gone.
take 2 points. Give yourself
points
2
back.
points. Get yourself an event card. And here is your new event card, sir. For the UK. Are you killing the UK? He is killing the UK.
Killing the UK.
I get 1 point here. He's going to get an event. And I get an event. And he gets the card. So he's got 2 in Europe now. So we are tied. There was 3 on there, right? Nothing on the new event cards, correct?
Nothing.
Anything on the old one that you want to play?
Yes, actually.
Ah, dang it.
No, actually.
Okay, well then it is my turn if he's foregoing that. And it says DNA flow at the start of my turn. I'm going to score 4 additional DNA points.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to count up my 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've covered that one up, so I get 4 more. So I'm up to 24 there.
This is how he ran away from me last time.
We're going to get rid of Europe, so you can't do another doobob like you did that time. Another Europe, but it's heat. Perfect for me. Okay, drawing 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
So he can't
Please.
evolve this turn.
I can evolve. I'm going to pay 11 here, so I'm at 24. That will take me down to 13. So you can replace different ones here, and if you do, it gets rid of this. You lose out on the potential 2 that you would have gained back at the end of the game, but it's only 2 points, not a big deal. But I'm getting more lethality, which I desperately need at this point. We got infection. I'm at 4 infections still, and the only places I can really go are here, so I might as well try and take all of this onto 1, getting closer to killing that one. Lethality, I'm at 3. We're gonna roll the death dice for these 2 countries here in Asia and hope for the best. So Russia, does Russia deserve to die? It does not yet. Iran, maybe? It definitely does not. I am not doing hot on my rolls, man. Like this is where it's killing me.
So I'm going to do absorb, which absorb allows me, if he's failed to kill a country, that I also infect. I get to remove one of his tokens. You can have that back.
Okay, I appreciate that. I can
And
infect
replace
more.
it with one of my own.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine. First and foremost, he's got 2. He already covered that one up, so he gets 2.
We don't have many countries left here, sir. And what happens when that last country comes out?
In sudden death mode, once we get to that, we're very close. We're within about 2 turns. It's if somebody's eradicated or completely off the board by the end of that person's turn, that's the end of the game. Or if somebody cannot place one of their tokens and infect or roll the death die, then that is also game over.
Because you have 2 Europes there, right?
I do have 2. We are at a wash on Europe right now.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this Europe.
That's Asia.
That's Asia. This Europe.
Oh, come on. Put up the turkey. But you're getting, oh, it's another Europe.
And I'm killing these.
1, 2 right here. 3, 4, and 5. And you probably got just what you needed.
This literally has every single thing on it that you normally use Theraflu for.
Well, do you want to use it?
I don't know. That didn't do me a whole lot of good.
No. At least you can infect. You have tokens to do that. I'm down to 2. You have killed 4 countries, like in 3 different continents. I've killed 1, well 2, but in the continent that we are tied in, and
Right.
I can't do anything. So you're going to kill me in that regard. Up his lethality. Great.
Watch. This one is going to be one that I need a port for in South America. You just watch.
No, there's not enough time. It doesn't matter.
Yes, oh,
Yes.
move me down to. I get 4 infectivity, but I
Can only do 1.
yeah, I can only do 1, so it's kind of a waste. But I guess there's only one thing I can do.
Death die. All right, let's hit up Italy. He now has a lethality of 1, 2, 3, 4. So all the way up through the number 4. If he rolls that, they're toast. My guess is more than likely.
Right.
Do you have something that ups your lethality even more?
Maybe.
Okay, for Italy. Exactly
4.
a 4, so he's going to gain 4 points right now. He's going to get another event card as well as Italy here. So he has now taken control of Europe for endgame bonus points. And I can't get back there, so that's it. Now you're rolling for the Philippines. Oh,
Okay.
get another 5, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you already have 3 event cards, and which means you do not get to draw.
No, but it does mean...
You have a 4th continent you now control.
And I am infecting there, so...
Yeah, and that's the only thing you have. You're good on events, right? Nothing else?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, we're good.
Here's the fun part is when I roll the death die, if I kill this, it's going to be game over because I have to get rid of a country here.
Is it game over? Or are we just...
No, it will be in sudden death at that point. So first and foremost, did you just move me up?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, even though you're like destroying me on every other front, you're doing great.
Yeah, but if you manage to kill those countries, you boost right past me. And you have a 50-50 chance.
But, I mean, you're going to have the bonus. We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there.
Now I got to do a country. I don't have enough tokens here to actually make a difference. I am just going to blind draw here. And it's Africa, Madagascar. I'm going to discard it and hope for the best on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Please give me some lethality here. Ooh.
That sounds like lethality.
But it's too expensive. It would have been 3. I would have had full lethality. Dang it. Are you sure you gave me 4?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Dang it. That would have been so cool. I'm going to pay 2 here. I'm going to get rid of my airborne for right now. Pay my 2. Back down to you. So I have 4 lethality, which is nice. Gives me something. I'm going to infect. I'm going to fill up this one. And then obviously place here. And then now I have to roll a 4 or below. So let's start up here in Russia. Are we gonna get rid of this guy? Yes, we are. We're getting rid of him. So he gets 2 DNA points. And you already have full on your... So we're gonna move you up 2. You already have full on your event card. So I get 4 for this one. So let's move me up 1, 2, 3, 4. Got this. Now we got to roll for Iran.
He's been there for a while.
Let's go, Iran. He still wants to live. Oh, kills me. Okay, Ethiopia, please die. I just need you. Yes, thank you.
That's
okay.
That's
a big one that I needed. So I need 6.
Yeah, that.
And I did just gain 2 event cards, but they're not going to be able to do me any good because I'm not able to do anything with them.
Not this turn. Now, we are in sudden death mode. Now, there is a rule that says I get to place on a flip card, right? I don't get to choose one of these.
I thought it was when the deck ran out here at the country deck, but it is when the last country is either drawn, placed, or discarded.
We still have one thing that I get to do. I'm not on the board, so I do take a hit in points.
So because he doesn't have any tokens out here, and I thought it was going to be endgame, so I was like excited that he was gone, but he's still around. Darn sucker. What he's going to do is he has the choice of these 3 cards to place one of them out here, and then he places a token on any country that he wants to infect anywhere that there's space. So he could immediately come to Africa if he wants, or he could place any of these and immediately infect. And after he does that, he has to pay a 7-point penalty on his DNA tracker. So he's moving it back now for his penalty for getting eradicated for the time being.
I've got a couple of options here.
Yes.
I can further expand in Europe, or I can gain back 6 of those 7 points.
Killing another continent for his end.
Because neither of us has been to South America yet,
Nope,
right?
we've only seen like 2 of those cards, so easily you could place that here.
Yes.
Now he infects there. The only thing with it is he can't go anywhere else.
However, I have this. It says, at the start of your turn, choose a neutral climate country. Move 2 tokens from anywhere into it. I don't have any tokens out.
Yep, so you can shift me to a different place.
Right. I could kick him out to here. That doesn't really do anybody any good. Or I can kick him off of Asia and try and retake the lead in Asia. Because if it's 50-50 on a country, whoever kills it gets it. So I'll be in the running for Asia.
Don't do it.
But the problem is how do I get to Asia and how do I get to South America? South America is a guaranteed I get that continent.
Yep.
Unless you have a magic card over there. I have enough infectivity that I could just take out South America.
He's got a dilemma here. He has to figure out what he wants to do because he has to be able to move as well. And there's really not much else here. I mean, if he goes here, he has the potential for a port, but there's no other ports out there. So he's kind of in a pickle.
Oh, that's so hard.
Good luck.
Do I go for the guaranteed there? do I put Europe on there instead of that? And then it doesn't matter if you get it or not, I'm still in the lead.
I can't get to Europe though, no matter what.
You have cold resistance now, and if you have a card that allows you, I'm assuming you might have a card that may get you
I mean,
somewhere. Oh, but if he can get so much more spread there in Africa, he's going to overtake me anyway.
what are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to place here.
Okay.
First, I, would go up with points, but I didn't have any countries I was in, so no points there.
But actually, you do score 1. You get 1. This all happened before the start of his turn, so
Right.
he gets 1. He has control of that.
Choose a country now?
Yes.
I do, right? So I have to choose a country to put up there. If I do Europe, that gives him another chance to take something from me. What would you do?
Here. Comment below if you have an idea of what he should do. Because Asia, we're currently tied.
No, like guaranteed. If I wanted to, I could insta-kill that.
But how do you get there?
Well, that's the thing is, if I had chosen to go there, I could insta-kill it. But then I lose another 7. Which is just dumb.
That's at the start of your turn, but you won't have start of your turn. If you kill that, then you'll be off the planet. When I initiate endgame by playing that last card, game over.
It's the game over.
Yep.
But at that point, you can still go through your entire turn. Okay, folks, I'm going to do it. I think it's the best move, logically,
Okay.
to just go ahead and kill it. I do have this one.
Alright, it says before you roll the death die, add +3 to lethality, so it doesn't really matter what he rolls, he's going to kill it. And you are lucky that you did that. So he killed it. He's going to get 3 points back. He's going to get another event card here, but you do get your other continent. That was the end of your turn, unless you have something that was in the works before.
That I had.
The end of your turn, if you killed any countries, choose one country that you were connected to. Place, you are not connected to anything. You're dead.
I'm dead.
Again.
I'm wiped off the face planet again. Oh, I was supposed to place a country, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, you were.
Well, instead I'm going to kill one.
Draw 2 and then shuffle this up and deal yourself another 3. So I'm going to get 2. I'm going to move from here. I'm going to go 1, 2. I already did that. I have to do the countries section here. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be placing this regardless, but we are now in endgame because we've just placed the last country.
But you don't yet have Africa.
I don't have Africa.
So it would be more advantageous to fill up Africa and try and take both Africa and then take Asia
from you. Yep, which is the plan here. So first things first, on my evolution track, I do have 21 points for the total organ failure, which is going to give me 3 lethality to my already 4 lethality, but I have to replace one. So I'm going to replace, obviously, the lowest lethality here. So I'm going to lose out on those 2 points, but I'm going to
max lethality.
Advantageously do that. So 21, I am down to 6. So you're winning, and that's the game.
But you need to infect.
You're right, I have to infect, and it's going to be great. So I'm going to take my 4 here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a lethality of 6, meaning would you care to roll the dice for me?
It's your turn.
By all means, Caustic, I insist.
That's not how that works.
You killed yourself off, you might as well kill me off too.
I know, but I'm going to kill you again.
Okay, fine. I roll it, and ta-da, it's a 5. It doesn't matter. That was for Iran. We're going to take 4 points.
You killed Iran.
Iran, it's about time, to be honest. So I kill Iran, get 4 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Take Asia from him. But then I'm going to roll for, of course, Nigeria is gone. I'm going to gain another 6. What is that? If any of successfully rolls the death die, prevent that country from dying. One of the... Well, whatever. His card basically says if I successfully roll the die, he can negate the death of the country. I still get my bonus -1.
You don't get the... Prevented the country from dying. You don't get the points.
I was hoping that I read that the way that I read it.
You did read that the way that you read that. It just happened to be wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Dang it. That was the only benefit that I had.
Watch that be the one thing that made him lose.
It will. It will be. So that's death die. That is it. He's eradicated already, so that is the end of the game.
The end of the game.
So at this point, you're going to basically take every single card. You're going to take the point value that you had, that you paid for it, the DNA value, add it back into your points, as well as these endgame bonuses, which you have lucky escape, so bonus for the player with the most tokens left on the board. I'm going to get 4 points extra regardless there. You got the continent killer, so for each continent who has the most country kills there, you're going to get 6 per continent. And then ultimate wipeout bonus for the player who killed the country with the most cities.
I'm pretty sure that's you.
I think I had that, so it might even out in the end. But those 3 bonuses we're going to add up right now, and we'll let you know what the end death toll is. All right, we just tallied up all the points, and dang, another close game for us. Obviously, he dominated on the global, like, continent domination.
I took every continent but
one. So I had only one, which gave me 6 bonus points. He took North, South, Oceania, and Europe. So he had 4 of the 6 continents taken over. So he got a whopping 24 points for that. Huge points. I did have the lucky escape, so I had the most guys on the board still. So I got 4 points, 4 measly points. But I did do the ultimate wipeout, which killed the country with most amount of cities by 1. I was hoping for the US, but you killed that, you nuked it.
As soon as I realized I couldn't grab the US, I'm like, it's gone. We're getting it out of here.
But I think because of the evolutions that I had on my board, I had higher value evolutions, which actually rocked the boat back.
Overall, he was just able to gain more DNA points throughout the game than I was, and I think that's what really clinched it for you.
You had some dang good event cards, though. Like, I do have to say. So all in all, it came out to be 78 to 68. So within a 10-point range, that's pretty dang close, a little too close for comfort. I'm a bacteria. I like to stay to myself. You know,
it was funny because we counted up my points first, and he's like, I'm not going to overcome this. And I'm like, you have a lot of points there.
Let's be real. I was like at 11, and
know.
he was already at 68, and I'm like, I can't do this. Like 50, I only have like 40 right here. These little lucky bonuses, honestly, if I didn't have those 2, the 7 and the 4, you had me.
Well, that's where all of mine came from, was from
all the bonuses there.
the bonuses there.
So there you can see how it can like add up, it stacks up. If you're a continent killer,
which is the
big
strategy I went
points.
for. I was just trying to take more continents than him. I didn't care about overall kills, which in the end turned out to be the wrong strategy this time.
I thought it was a great strategy. I just happened to have guys on the board. I mean, it would have been a lot closer. I don't know. But it goes different ways each time you play. A lot of fun. If you haven't played the app, pick that app up. It's a lot of fun. But
I believe it's still free too.
Yes.
There's a free version and a paid version. The free version is still super fun.
Yes, and it is also called Plague Inc. So you pick that up. Also pick up this game if you liked it. This is like our second time playing it, but we still just love this game.
We've never not had a nail biter all the way through.
Yeah, it's
like
so
you can
good.
See our decisions like, it matters.
But if I do this, but thank you for joining us for this gameplay through of Plague Inc. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications on all the videos that are coming out. As well as comment below. I mean, he looks great in this gas mask, but maybe something will help him infect or do better in the next game that we play. Comment below what you'd like to see him wearing, and we will do our darndest to get him in that. But we will catch you then next time on Game Night Tonight.
Bye.